have to tell you, a big thank you so much for the very kind introduction. I often think when I get a particularly nice introduction of something that one of my state legislative colleagues used to say. He used to say, you know, I really don't deserve that introduction, but then I have arthritis. And I don't deserve that either. I'm grateful for those kind words. President Shapiro, thank you so much for the invitation, for the superb leadership you brought to this institution, for giving my daughter such a superb education and many thousands and thousands of others. I'm just in awe of how terrific an administrator you are, and it's a treat to join you tonight. As you might imagine, it's a minor miracle I could be here tonight. I have to tell you, it's not for the reason you think. Yes, there were some logistical difficulties given everything going on, but the minor miracle is this. You are the first class that I have been allowed to speak to since my daughter was in kindergarten in a school in which she was in attendance. I have been banned from speaking at any of her schools throughout her life for some rather inappropriate words at her kindergarten or first grade. That involved a farewell and a nickname which I cannot mention tonight. I have to tell you that one of the many wonderful things that my daughter does for me is keep me grounded in this job. And I'll give you a perfect illustration, and I know the parents in the room can appreciate this. We were in New York recently and walking down the street, and people were stopping me. Now, I was dressed not in a suit, but in blue jeans and a canvas jacket, and I had sunglasses on. And I was quite surprised that anyone could even recognize me, but they were, and at a certain point, my daughter started getting a little annoyed, because as the parents in the audience will appreciate, there's really only one center of attention in the family, and that's the child. I said, Alexa, I'm just shocked that people can even recognize me, and without missing a beat, she said, well, you know, Dad, it's the pencil neck. Leave it to your kids to keep you grounded. Well, the topic that I chose to speak to tonight, and frankly, it has not changed much in the many months since I was invited to speak, that of the threat to democracy, home and abroad. If anything, that threat has become more acute, and there's even more to discuss tonight than there was when you extended the invitation. It's important, I guess, for me to start out by saying that the challenge to liberal democracy did not begin with Donald Trump, and it won't end with Donald Trump. This is a global phenomenon that has many roots and causes. But probably a logical place for me to start is with the 2016 campaign. During the 2016 presidential campaign, as the then ranking member of the Intelligence Committee, I was watching in real time as the Russians were interfering in our election. And as you know, they were interfering in a couple different ways. They were interfering in a very sophisticated social media campaign. At that time, as we were watching, we had little idea, I think, of the length and breadth of that social media campaign, but we knew what was going on. They were also intervening, though, through a hacking and dumping operation where they had hacked the DNC and the DCCC, and they were, through proxies, dumping these documents, sometimes dripping them out on a daily basis, and thereby affecting the nature of the campaigns. These releases, in particular through WikiLeaks, were cited, I think, by then candidate Trump dozens and dozens and dozens of times. And when there's a discussion about how consequential was the Russian intervention in 2016, we'll never know whether it was decisive. I think in a close election you could make the argument that any significant intervention may have been decisive. But we do know one person who thought it was very significant, and that was Donald Trump, who made it a core part of this campaign on a nearly daily basis once those document dumps began. Now, as concerned as I was about those document dumps, my gravest concern at the time was that the Russians were going to start dumping forgeries among the real documents. You can imagine how incendiary it would be had they taken a real email between two Clinton campaign workers and added a third paragraph suggesting that the two were engaged in illegality and dumped it with a host of authentic but stolen emails. It would be, in the run-up to an election, virtually impossible to disprove the veracity of such a fraud. You could, for example, corroborate parts of the email by the fact that it was between two real people. And depending on what else was covered in the email, you could corroborate other aspects of the email. The burden that would have placed on the Clinton campaign or any campaign to disprove the fraudulent component would be a burden too great, I think, for any campaign, particularly in the polarized times that we're in. This was my predominant fear. Now, I was also concerned about the vulnerability of the elections infrastructure. The fact that so many of our polling stations in so many key states and jurisdictions still don't have a paper trail. It is negligence, I think, on its face in this kind of environment not to have a paper trail. And yet that was the case in 2016, and tragically, I'm here to tell you tonight that is still the case as we go into 2020. Now, the states at that time, some of them, took the position, hey, federal government, butt out. We run our own elections. This is a local affair. The problem, of course, with that reasoning is that if a swing jurisdiction in a swing state screws it up because they don't maintain good security of their technology, they screw it up not just for themselves, they screw it up potentially for their state and indeed potentially for the whole country. So we all have a stake in this. But nonetheless, there was resistance at the time to making sure that the states were taking full advantage of the diagnostics